Hey guys, I wasn't gonna make any videos today, as I've posted on my blog at least. The past few days, I wouldn't say I've been depressed, but certainly a lot less motivated to do much of anything. Today I'm kind of feeling almost stuck. It's hard to fully describe, um, and it's frustrating because times like this is when self-care is so important. And I know that the things that I need to do that self-care and to support my recovery, but this is a time when it's the most difficult. I had a good IOP session earlier this morning. Here where we live, we got a few inches of snow. So it's been a relatively good day, but I would like to go out and walk around in the snow or exercise or something like that, but I just really can't get myself to get up and move. Kind of just stuck glued here to the floor. It becomes frustrating because I ask myself, is it because of my depression, because of my anxiety? Is it because I'm not using or drinking? I don't know, but it just kind of compounds on itself. I feel bad because, like I said, I know what I need to do and I'm not doing it. So then I feel worse about myself and my abilities to navigate recovery. And then, of course, that makes that stuck feeling even worse. So it's a pretty negative cycle. So I'm just making this video. I promise my goal is not to have all these videos just be me complaining or being negative. I like I stated in prior videos, I do hope to use this as kind of a video log of my progress just for myself, so I can go back and look and again track how I've been doing and maybe get a better idea of what the trends are, because I do tend to vacillate between moods, not to the point of bipolar, although my parents do say I'm bipolar, but I've not really had any manic episodes or hypomania outside of the intense nitrous oxide abuse. I think it's more just I just get so depressed, so when I'm not so depressed, I'm a lot more motivated and social and energetic, but I'm not to the point where it's grandiose, impulsive. Well, I guess I'm a little impulsive at times, but I've been diagnosed with ADHD since first grade. I don't take any medication specifically for it anymore, but I used to. So that's kind of where that impulsivity comes in. But I still sleep fine, relatively fine. My appetite's relatively fine. So I don't have, I'm not very loquacious. I don't talk a whole bunch. I don't have a pressured speech when I'm doing well. So yeah, I think it's just not being depressed. But either way, and not that there would be anything wrong if I truly was bipolar, but yeah, it's just frustrating getting like this at times. There's a few things I really need to get done today. I really, really, really need to start looking for work. My goal is to do a temp agency for now, and then with hopes of getting a more permanent job. I've discussed before, I would like to become a recovery coach and or peer support. However, that's of course going to be down the road because I'm still so early in my recovery. I don't know if I explicitly stated so, but my clean date is March 30th of 2022. So today is the 12th day now. So I'm trying to have a little bit grace for myself. I fortunately have not really had any issues in the past, and especially not this time with withdrawing from alcohol. I have experienced some mild withdrawal in terms of increased anxiety, feeling a little tremulous, sweaty, sometimes trouble falling asleep. But fortunately nothing serious like DTs or seizures or anything like that. But I think this is also kind of just my brain getting back to normal homeostasis, getting back to its normal brain chemistry, and through the process of post-acute withdrawal syndrome. it's hard to say really though, because there's no, I mean, there's a lot of studies and research on pause. I mean, it is a thing, but it's really hard though, because it's not like you can just draw blood or do a test and it's like, oh yeah, you have pause. And it's, varies from person to person, depending on, our own biochemistry, what substances we were using for how long we've been off of them. And it kind of comes and goes. So I think, maybe the past few days too, I've kind of just been hit with that, post-acute withdrawal. And unfortunately, being depressed, with having major depressive disorder, even when I get a little low, it gets more low than I think it should. I don't know though. I don't know what the average person experiences, when they're, just having an off day. But for me, an off day can easily turn into an off week or an off month. So again, that's why it's just so important for me to practice that self-care. But it's just right now, just stuck. But making this video, I already feel kind of better talking about it. I should at least work out today. I should grab something to eat. I do need to do a few things on my list, and start looking for work as well. So I've done a list. For me, I find it to be helpful at times to make a to-do list, because that way I can kind of visually see what I have to get done. And in the process of doing those tasks, I can cross them off and, get some feelings of accomplishment. Granted, not as much, but it is rewarding in of itself to do that. So I need to do that, but again, trying to have grace for myself. I have a roof over my head. This month's rent is paid for. I'm in a great place that they understand, what people in recovery, what they're coming from. So even if I don't have anything lined up for next month, at least for a while, I'm probably not going to lead to immediate eviction or just being kicked out. But I would like to, be able to pay next month's rent on my own, and not have to rely on, my parents. They've been so amazing through all this, in every way possible, even though I've continued to put them through hell. So I love them so much. But yeah, but for right now, I'm trying to be mindful, focus on today, roof over my head. I'm so grateful to not be outside in the cold. I'm so grateful that I have food at home. I have that warmth, I have comfort, so it's not like my life is in danger, but I just can't sit around and do nothing. I can't just sit around and be stuck all day long every day, because, obviously then nothing will get done. But at the same time, I have to acknowledge that times like this, I need to have a little bit extra forgiveness for myself, some grace and acceptance, and do what I can, but not push it, or at least not make myself, have negative self-talk or beat myself up for not doing it, because that's just not productive. I mean, there's a point where, you have to hold yourself accountable, because you can't just be like, oh, it's okay if I, screw around all day, and you do that for weeks or months. So you need that balance of some accountability, but not so much where it's like, hey, I'm a piece of crap because, I'm not doing anything. It just makes things worse. For me personally, it really isn't productive. So I'm trying not to do that. Again, talking about it, just talking into the internet void, is actually pretty helpful right now. I did look. I'm going to see if I can go to an online smart recovery meeting tonight or this evening. I think the next one, at least locally, is at 4 p.m. So right now it's about 1:30, so a few hours away. I think that might be helpful. In the meantime, I'm going to try and force myself to eat like a yogurt or just something, so I can get some nutrition in me. And then I would really like to weightlift or do some sort of calisthenics, some muscle building exercise. But even just if I were to go out walking, and like I said, I mean, it would be nice to walk out in the snow. It's very peaceful looking outside, but it's just the process of getting myself up and doing that is where I'm kind of facing that wall right now. But we'll see. yeah, so I'm just trying to be consistent again with making these videos. I didn't post one yesterday, or make one and post one yesterday, because my personal bedmate, he was here yesterday all day. Right now he's at work. I don't think he would mind if I did this, especially since he wouldn't be in the shot. But I don't know. I guess I kind of feel embarrassed, or just I shouldn't, and I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, but I want to be courteous to his. This is his living space as well. One, and then two, I just don't want to seem like a weirdo. I don't know. It's just silly, but he's not here, so that's why I wanted to make this video, even though I didn't want to because of how I'm feeling. But as I had assumed, yeah, I already do feel quite a bit better in just the 10 minutes I've been talking. So, yeah, I think about wrap it up for now. There's just so much to talk about in terms of not just my current recovery, but all of the things I've been through the past few years. Yeah, there's just so much to talk about. So I would like to get into, how much nitrous oxide I had ended up abusing, and the resultant mania, and then furthermore, manic psychotic state I was in, which led to a arrest, tased multiple times, and yeah, and kind of just how things have gone the past 2 years. But that's for another time. Right now, I feel like I'm better. I'm not so spacey today, but just mood wise, still not great. But yeah, so I'm gonna do my best to make a video tomorrow, and hopefully I can start feeling better and talking about my experiences, because I would really like to share those. But in the meantime, thank you for listening, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day.